Hello, everyone. Jeremy, ZXEVster here. Got a game here for you against Bottom Feeder. Bottom Feeder playing 27 yaw, 79 yaw. This is on the newest patch that the cluster bombers, or excuse me, the high altitude bombers drop significantly quicker now. So I was interested to see how 79th played, and then 27th got a bunch of buffs with the Tor. This is a ranked game encounter, so I'm curious to see how this would go. Whenever I played Bottom Feeder, who's a very good tank player, Division One player, very very good, super fun to play against. Every time I play against him, he is fun. But you'll see that I've started double IZD here with he did not start, or he did start one T80 BV. I was expecting him to like double open T80 BV here, so I started with IZDs in order to see, how well my tank micro would go against this. Quite frankly, this was played off stream while I was in FOB, just hanging out. You'll see here, I do a pretty aggressive open here with this Gru. Had I known that Bottom Feeder was going to play like this and go super slow, I think I would have done this a little bit differently. As you can see, there's no Spets or Svedka on the field, which is not what I was expecting. When I play against 27 yaw, I expect a little bit more aggression out of the 27 yaw player than what Bottom Feeder did. But you'll see that in the end, it does very well for him. And he puts up a very good fight here, and the game is very, very competitive. His first tick by is going to be a rocket plane. Now, for me, I wasn't really expecting this, to be quite frank. I thought he would pump out BMPs because that's what I do. You can see that he also tries to sneak a command around the side that runs into a Gru that kills it, upvets itself. Or no, sorry, it does not upvet itself, but here comes the rocket. Takes out a Conkers. Both my cubes, unfortunately, miss. And then we do get the kill there at the end. And you'll see here, playing super passively. Every time I've played against Bottom Feeder, this is typically how he plays. He plays super slow, super passive. And he's just, setting up these BMPs for long. They're not really set up for like long angle engagements here or anything like that. He's kind of just playing it, splitting the map down the middle with me. I'm able to get some control here. You can see I'm driving the IZ and the BMP2 up. I'm buying more BMPs, a T80B, and a Labubu here to go get my back cap. You can see I'm also driving my other Labubu around here to get my other caps. And Bottom Feeder able to get good info here. His recon coverage, other than this, not the greatest in the world. I've been pushing his recon back and forth over here, kind of ping-ponging it around. You'll see here, we're going to just engage with this tank here. Make this as difficult for him as possible to get into this zone. Make sure he's not getting in infantry here fresh. And on Isura, kind of the main goal for me on Isura, especially playing from this side, is to get control of the middle. I don't really care about the flanks that much. I think if you just run it straight down the middle, you're going to have success. I don't think that, especially from my side. From Bottom Feeder's side, it's a little bit different. Because this is supposed to be red side's like one pointer, and I just easily get in for free basically wherever I go, it makes it incredibly difficult for Bottom Feeder to really spread out. And that's from this side, that is what I'm going for. So I'm going straight down the gut at him, and I'm going to face him up. I'm okay to take tank duels. I have IZDs, I have Bs, I have BVs. I'm very happy to take tank engagements here with Bottom Feeder. You can see here, gonna take out a BMP2. This is gonna be a slow grind game, right? He's going to want to try to get long range angles with the BMP3s and utilize that extra long range that he has with the BMP3, the 2800 meter missile. You see, he is shutting down this lane right here. So this is going to be very difficult for me to use, which was part of my idea, was kind of to make a cone, basically, and force him to try to walk into said cone. But you'll see here, he doesn't do that, and he cuts a lot of it off. I bought my first cluster plane. I knew that the BMPs were here, so I kind of just guessed. You'll see that drop speed is a lot faster than what it used to be. And I get a 1 BMP, I damage another one. Cluster gets out with a little bit of health here. You can see Bottom feeder opting to go for artillery here to attempt to keep me at bay right now. And right now, it definitely felt like in this game, at this point in the game, like that I was winning pretty hard. What I should have done here a little bit differently is been using these ICDs a little bit more aggressively. You can see I bring up another one. And one thing that I have a really bad habit of doing to take away from this game, if you're someone watching this game for educational purposes, is don't walk your tanks up one at a time like I do. I have this really bad habit of just sending like one tank at a time. Instead, use multiple tanks at the same time in order to take fights. So, for example, here, I should have waited, realistically. I got away with it and killed the BMP. Have the IZDs pushed together. Makes it a lot easier on your life. See, Conquer's M's in the back line, just cutting off this angle. Again, he knows this is the angle that I want. And he's also artillerying my GRU because he knows, hey, Jeremy has exceptional optics around. He does end up getting it. But now I get to sit on a +4 for a while. Bottom feeder forgot to cap this zone right here, I think. He did drive a Motostrelki Commando through this, and he forgot to unload. So he is now getting his cap back. And he also doesn't have his back cap as well over here. So I get to tick for free. It's going to go to a +3. Once he gets this, it'll be a +2. Somehow lose a TADB here to a side shot to a Conquer's M. That was pretty tilting. I also lost a BMP right here. You can see BMP3s doing their work here, being very painful to play against. IZD going to come up here, face check this TADB. We're going to just be happy to take that trade, walk it back. You can see that bottom feeder playing a little aggressive, knowing he has another B coming up. I have two IZDs going to come up now and take this fight. And the game is kind of turning into this. It's just turning into artillery spam, right? He is just finding out. He sees where my recon is. He's going to play for the artillery angle here, which is fine. I'm totally okay with that. I walk the Motostrelki up, get one shot, front shot on the BV, and unfortunately get hit pretty hard there for it and get punished. And you can see I am just pumping out tanks. That is my whole goal here. Is I think that he doesn't have enough to keep up with the tanks. And he does bring up helicopters, bringing up more BMP3s. You can see here, BMP3 is going to get hit by the IZDs. And the IZD is going to be taking shots at the BV as well. The GRU here getting spotted by the Spetsnazvedka. And then I'm just deploying back here. I'm dropping off my guys and walking them in. I think it's the far superior angle. Big issue I didn't realize here. He's got a lot of things staring at that corner. So we just drive the IZDs out. Matsuzvedka going to go play around in the smoke here. Hopefully jump in this building for me. Infantry is at critically low, I would say. Which is not great. You can see I also stuck the Labubu beside one of the cubes to upvet it just to see if we can get something going there. Bottom feeder clearly sound scumming right here. He just saw them drive the whole way back. And I don't think he has a vision of any of this. I guess he could have saw the Matsuzvedka. Could have saw him drive back there, maybe. But luckily, he doesn't kill anything. Just makes me move around a little bit, which is fine. Driving another BV up. Again, this is where I said, you know, you should probably bring your tanks in hordes versus one at a time. I'm not getting punished for this, but in a different world, I believe I would be getting punished for this. More BVs coming up, more supplies coming up in order to keep everything supplied up over here. And just healing away. Happy to take trades with bottom feeder right now. I have a 900-point lead right now. Engine damaged on the BV. Again, we're happy with these trades. We're happy just to pick away, run him out of supplies. You can see he's buying more supplies. He's artillerying things. He's artillerying this this Rizvedka Special that I had. Unfortunately, the Conquerors misses here. It does route the BV, which is great. And he immediately sees that Conquerors get shot or shoot, and then he is going to artillery it. Me being too slow on the trigger, I don't believe I micro this at all. Luckily for me, though, I do decide to move the recon unit I have here. I also kill a Conqueror's M right here in order to make that push a little bit easier for me. See, the IZD is seeing a couple things here and there. Unfortunately, there is a Conqueror's M that pulls up here. Luckily, it decides to shoot the two uninjured IZDs. So now I just have some IZDs here, a little bruised up currently. But we're still pushing forward with an IZD and a BV. And we fire off an ATGM. We smoke a little late here, which is fine. Motostrelki holding hands in the middle. And we send in a cluster again. Hopefully deal with some of this. You see that it goes in. Unfortunately, gets two tapped. Does take out quite a bit. BMP, Conquerors, things like that. Didn't really get all of its value back there, other than killing some very, very annoying units that I really didn't want to deal with anymore, which to me is a win. See here, the map, again, just getting static. Akasaya now being purchased by Bottom Feeder in order to try to arty me out of this zone. Fortunately, buying just tanks and things like that, not a ton of infantry. It's kind of buoying me to the point where I can just kind of keep trading, keep holding. The artillery doesn't bother me a whole lot. See here, BV comes up. It's going to start taking some shots at this Motostrelki that's hanging out. I'm going to send the Labubu in to get a little bit more of a cap going. I do buy an Akasaya, Akasaya, whatever the fuck you call it, to go ahead and lay some fire in on that BV. Which is proving to be very annoying for him. I do try to dive this MI back here. Unfortunately, cluster goes down, so we're now out of clusters. Which sucks. But now we have a little bit of an infantry hold here. You know, some... the Spetsnaz Gru doing the most for me. You know, it's very clear what Bottom Feeder wants to do here is to kill all of my recon during this game so that I don't have vision to utilize my ICDs. You see here that I am just kind of getting arty spammed right now, right? Not a whole lot going on. Katya going to be aiming at the GSR unit that I saw with the GRU earlier. Trying to get rid of this. These GSR units are very, very annoying for me because they see so much. See here, it does go down, which is an added bonus, but he does have two more here, which I was unaware of during the time of this game being played. Fortunately, we miss our shots here. We do move our tanks just in time to get out of range of the whatever is firing at us now. Mistake here. Did not realize. Oh, hey, you know, he can't see me right here. We're fine. We do end up killing one infantry unit here. I'm fine to duel BV versus ICD right here. Very happy to take this fight. You can see even high cohesion misses. The BV, low cohesion, double vet, does get critted on. And we are trying to sneak the kill here with the Motostrelki, but it's just not going to happen. Conqueror's M goes down. We saw it kind of transition earlier in the game. And again, we are just backing our tanks up, healing them, moving them forward. I mean, this is very stereotypical tank gameplay. This is one of the better tank games I've played where I'm actually, you know, other than that one T-80B side shot, I'm actually able to keep my shit alive, which is crazy because that is not normal for me. And, you know, we're just kind of artying. We know, we have a good idea of where things are. Katyas are going to be going crazy here soon. He's trying to counter battery me, which is fine. I'm not worried about it. He's getting close, but I'm moving just enough out of the way to make sure I don't get counter batteried. I don't think he has moved his the whole game. Actually, he doesn't have. He's slightly moving them. He hasn't had. He sold his vehicles by accident, it looks like. Here we are. We're trying to take some shots here at the Conqueror's M's here with the BV and the IZD here. We do have vision of it. Trying to get rid of them. See here, we are stunning them up. Unfortunately, this can't see it. So we drive up a little too close. We got to smoke our way out. Superior RPO kind of getting ping-ponged around. Not fun. And now we're back to just kind of doing this, where we just move tanks in and out of the zone. Unfortunately, the Labubu dies. Luckily, I do have another one on the field for me, if I need it. But now we're swinging wide with the BMPs here, trying to get an angle here into anything that we can find. See the IZD shooting in on some infantry. Arting the Conquerors right now. Trying to get rid of this little corner for him because it's becoming very annoying to play into. We end up killing one. We end up killing a few other things with the BMPs. Unfortunately, BV does miss. And then gets a tracks broken, which is incredible. BMP 3 does go down here. And now we just start stacking BMPs. We just start stacking our bread with BMPs. We force him to fight us. Make him uncomfortable. Keep him pushed back in there. Keep everything as low health as we possibly can. And I don't think he actually saw the... He did see the tracks break on it, but I don't think he ends up killing it. We can see here more Motorshelki coming in. Max Vet Igla gonna be trying to do its best to get some shots off in here. BV getting ping-ponged around, unable to follow up. And the BV somehow survives. Through all of that, it survives. And now what we're seeing here, again, it's just an ATGM off of who makes the mistakes, right? Who's going to make the mistake of accidentally letting something die at this point? Or is it going to get just unlucky crit, as the game tends to like to do? Katya did get peppered a little bit from a side shot of something. Or, excuse me, from a counter battery of some sort. IZD going to drive up. Going to try to hit something with it, maybe? I don't know what I'm doing with it, honestly. You can see here, I should have backed this BV up a little bit further. I'm out of supplies, so I'm bringing up more. Another Akatsuya coming up now as well. Gonna just be ping-ponging anywhere where I'm seeing anywhere that I'm seeing infantry coming from, or ATGMs flying out of. It's kind of the goal right now. But bottom feet are doing a really good job of keeping me on my toes here, where I'm not able to just like amass my tanks into one area. You can see I am picking off his Conqueror's M's here. The Conqueror's M's are very strong currently. You know, 23 pen, very good. Me likey. Double Mulder or double MiGs coming out here. You can see I floated by accident two BVs and a TO-55 coming out for me. And we are just artillerying where his ATGMs are right now. Which is nice, just keeping him back. Making it as difficult for him to keep this ATGM wall up. You can see many of his tanks very injured right now. I'm not aware of that during this time. Unfortunately, this IZD is going to get ping-ponged around quite a bit. I think it has smoke, but I don't use it. Nope, never mind. It just gets out miraculously. Koob does get destroyed by the BV. He somehow spots that over there. Super fun. BV gonna be getting shot at by many ATGMs currently, getting stunned up. I do believe it does die. 4 ATGMs in a row hit it. So, you know, first mistake, I would say, probably on me right there. I've been picking off as many ATGM units as I possibly can. But, you know, can't be perfect. Conqueror's M going down here as well. And you can see we have these max vet because they're sitting beside this command right here, which is by design. I wanted to do that. I wanted to have max vet IZDs. Unfortunately, losing one to a side shot, it looks like. Not the greatest. And now we begin again artillerying everything that we can guess on the map right now. You can see here, I know that he's just stacked in this corner, so we're gonna just keep artying that, making it very difficult for him to do much of anything. Very painful artillery gameplay by me right now, making it just very annoyingly difficult to do anything. You can see I have a Mi-24V coming up here also to shoot at any vehicles that I may see. Unfortunately, it only hit the BV, I believe. It didn't actually kill anything. And maybe it does. Kills that BTR, just what I needed, right? TO-55's coming up as well to provide extra fire support here. We can see here his motor shell command in the zone by itself, not able to do much. Going to go down and die. And now we have Kokons just firing into the side of him. Because he doesn't have any AA up close enough. Which is, I imagine, very annoying for him. TO-55, unfortunately, going to go down here. Motoshulky walking across the field. Can't let that go unpunished here. Have to do something. Another Conqueror's M cart truck going down. And we can see here my tanks are very injured. Tors are coming up in order to assist the team here from bottom feeder. Does take out the supply chopper, or excuse me, the recon chopper. We do shoot a command over here. I don't know where it was going, but it died. Let's see here. Katsia's going in. Not killing anything here. Unfortunately, the BV routed. Didn't get stunned down far enough. Or, excuse me, didn't get stunned in the wrong direction. Another T-80B BMP-3 gonna go down here, which is realistically that is the thing that I'm trying to kill the most here. These BMP-3s are so freaking annoying to play against. Retargeting by the BV, very nice. We can see again re-healing everything, coming back and forth, pushing back and forth, making sure that we have this tick, and we've been on a +2 now for quite some time, just making him. Basically, just ensuring our win. We've got 17 minutes left in the game. He's got to make a heck of a push in order to get something to work here. We bring up another helicopter with Kokons. Unfortunately, we are just not meant to hit today. We finally kill a BMP with it. And we are just making sure that it is very difficult for him to get in. I thought he was in the zone at this point, so you'll see that I'm artying the town. I thought he was way in, and he was not in the town just yet. Here we go. The Mi-24P going to get its rockets off here a little bit. And you'll see that bottom feeder has not realized that I have nothing in this town right now. And my response, buying some BMPs to get them up there, just to make sure. Tanks are healing expeditiously. Mi-24P does take a shot from Estrella 10M. But now he has a small foothold. I have a small foothold. I have GSR up. He has GSR up. You know, it's a pretty even matchup at this point. He is looking, it appears, to kind of like think about what's going on over on this side. And you can see he has significantly more on the map, and it's very concentrated. It's not actually doing a whole lot here for him in that way, though, that it's just keeping it all balled up like this and kind of just blobbing down a lane. You can see we've been kind of fending that blob back now for some time. Unfortunately, the IZD gets spotted here, so we have to back him up. Beep, 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 back that ass up. But now we're looking here. We're just going to artillery what we can see. That's all we're doing here. Just shooting artillery. I did see that 50 cal team walk in there, so I was hoping to get a hit on that, but it looks like I don't. Instead, the Res Special. And now I bring in the Sioux bombers just to see if we can pick off some stuff here really quickly. You can see here, it didn't really do a ton of damage, unfortunately. He did bring the BVs up. And they backed him off really quickly after they didn't get shot. But my response here is I'm going to bring my BV stack up, and we're going to duke it out with BVs. He brings the BTR into the zone. He's going to get, you know, a neutralized cap, 1,600, almost 1,700 points-ish right now. Though, behind currently. And then he gets a plus. He's going to just put it on neutralized cap at this point. So, not the best situation for him to be in. We do kill the command before it caps as well. So that's also just one more thing that it's a pain in the ass for him. Coob does get hit by some artillery. You can see here we are using the Kokons, max ranging our way through here instead of running them up. You can see here the BVs are going to get routed. Fortunately, the BVs are going to take some shots here, not going to win that fight. My Katsias are a little silent right now. I think this is an accident, quite frankly. I think this is a mistake to not have these guys firing more often. You can see that bottom feeder also trying to find out some information over here. I did spot it with the Guru, so I just sent a BMP2 over there to get rid of it. And now you can see the Mi-24s are starting to cook good old bottom feeder here a little bit, making it very hard for him to get in. But this game here, pretty slow game. This is this map pretty slow in general. BMP3 goes down. I feel like you can rush this map, but you have to be playing airborne. So two armor decks bumping into each other, you're gonna just kind of be hitting each other over the head with tanks and IFVs until the end of the game, basically. You can see here, I've still got quite a stack of tanks here, and they're also getting healed. So not a ton here going on for our boy bottom feeder right now. He does have a plus. You know, or he did neutralize the cap. Just not a whole lot other than that going for him. He's not able to really exert any pressure here. He's afraid of the motor Strelky that are hanging out. You can see here, I've got IZDs coming up, fighting BVs, stun the BV, pop the BV, and we just continue doing this for as long as we possibly can, because there's not a whole lot that he can do to stop this. We've been doing a really good job of picking off any ATGMs that he may have. So like another Conquer's M goes down here. Things along those lines. Another Coob going down here. At this point, I'm kind of wondering, is he going to air spam me? I mean, that's the question. You go and you target all of these AA. You target the AA to preferably to air spam, I would think, right? Right now, he's not really doing that at all. You see, AT plane does come out here. Fortunately, an IZD does go down to it. So, you know, a little bit of air coming up here. IZD still doing a lot to take the fights here. You know, we're RDing anything we see. You know, hitting those Strellas is good because we want to make sure that we can use our helicopters whenever we resupply them and get them back up. But we can see here, he's trying to rotate into this corner right now. And that is the game plan, it looks like, for him, is to rotate into this corner and try to get something going. We do get lucky here. MiG-23 ML does hit his shots. Very rare. And then a BVK takes a side shot to a T-80B. And now we're just, you know, we're going to spawn some Conquers here. We're going to force him, again, to play into us. Attack. It's a lot harder to attack in this game than it is to defend, in my opinion. So, you know, having all of this up like this makes it very difficult for him to play the game and want to exert the pressure that he's looking for, most likely. You can see here, we're kind of picking off things, just slowly but surely. And Mi-24K does come up. Gonna cause some issues for us. But we do have the Mi-24P here to hold down anything. And you can see his infantry is not looking so... Or his attack now is not looking so hot. He has 4 injured tanks on the field and some artillery. So, not in the greatest position, but neither am I. So, I have 3 tanks in the back, 2 pushing up right now to see what's going on. You can see here, we're kind of just trading arty right now. Trying to see who can find a shot, who can get lucky and get something dead here. Fortunately for me, I'm playing this relatively well, that I don't have to worry too much about his artillery, and I'm keeping everything on the move, because I know that as soon as the tank stops, bottom feeder is going to try to shoot it. Somehow, what I assume was a no-vet motorcycle gets a shot on a BV, takes it to the loco. And then, let's see here. Trying to get rid of some recon here on the left side that was spotted. I'm lucky here. It misses everything. I do get a fire computer reset here, which is not great. So basically, this thing ain't going to hit anything for a while. And unfortunately, we miss all of our shots here. We are very lucky here that we do have the Mi-24s here to follow this up. Make sure that bottom feeder is not just able to YOLO in these tanks, despite him trying his best to do it. Unfortunately, you know, does happen. I didn't think that happened. I don't remember that happening. Anyway, I'm out of supplies at this point, so I am just running shit in. I am trying to finish stuff off. Fortunately, a max cohesion T-80BV does not get the kill here. Very unfortunate. Now I have 2 BVs dueling against 2 BVs. We're not in a great spot here health-wise. You can see more BMPs coming up. TO-55s. Katya's not shooting here at all. We're just out of supplies, and we're just praying at this point. See here, Conquerors does hit a shot here. Able to back these BVs up just a little bit more, just ever so slightly more. Bring in the bombers. Want to clear all this out if we can. I do drop the HE bombs. Kill one of the BVs, which is nice. Added bonus. Or BVKs, excuse me. Kill one of the Strellas. Again, doesn't really matter that much because we've already essentially at this point lost the ability to air spam. And we can see here, he has decided, hey, you know, I've got 8 minutes left in this game. I need to figure out what's going on. So what does he do? He just starts driving things in. He buys clearly floating points. He's got some BMP2 AGs hanging out. I have a IZD waiting here and sitting here and waiting. And it looks like he knows he needs to take this zone and this zone in order to win the game or to have a chance. We do kill a BV with the Motorstrelki. But I have this cut off with BMPs currently, so he is in for a world of hurt if he does try to do that. We do hit a Strela here. We do kill a Strela here. We can see here, slowly running out of tanks. We're buying a BVK. It's not much else we can buy at this point that's going to help us in this game. We do route a BVK here. Or, excuse me, a BV. We're just route machines currently. That's all we're doing. Using these ATGMs and their suppression to try to get rid of things. T80 or TO-55 doesn't come up. Kill that T-80BV. And we can see here, everything's starting to fall apart for bottom feeder here. He's got basically 2 units that can fight at the front line right now. He's got a very injured BV and a BVK command, or T-80B command. And so now we're just walking up and driving up. Because I don't think he has much. I'm fairly confident that I can just walk in here. What I should have done here is I should have put this command in a little bit earlier. Yep, there we go. Finally put it in. Should have put it in way earlier. We have a T-80. We have a TO-55 chasing a BV right now. We do kill a Strela. We get our +1 back here, soon to be a +2. TO-55 misses the Tor at point blank range. Love to see it. And you can see here, buying another BV. You know, this is our last tank basically. We have 2 BV. We have a dead BV and a BVK. It's basically what we've got to work with here. You can see here, bottom feeder trying to get back in with these BMP2 AGs here. I am just ping-ponging it, though, with a Recon BMP2. But there's really not much that him and I can both do at this point. The game is kind of decided at this point. You know, he's playing for a draw 5 minutes. He's got to really be pushing right here to get something to happen. We bring the BVK up. Start taking some shots in. Another BVK up. Make this as difficult for him as possible to get in, because I don't think that we're going to have a great time. See here, I try to arty where I think those units are going to go. I guessed incorrectly. Bottom feeder, too smart for me. And now we see BMPs driving into Motoshoki range. And at this point, you know, we know that these are pretty much a lost cause. We're just trying to get kills. Unfortunately, we don't get exactly what we want here. We do kill a BV. Monster Svedka does kill one. We are able to keep this cap for a while, because we have the BVK in the zone. And we're just hanging out now. Game is pretty much, you know, we're at a +1 with 30 seconds left, you know, with 4.5 minutes. There's not much he's going to be able to do here to come back, all right? This was just a hard fight game. Really, really well. Really showcases the new deck, or the new changes to these decks. They're not new decks. They're just reworked a little bit with some nice changes. And I think this does a really good job of showing, you know, kind of the differences now with 79th and 27th. I do believe 27th will become a problem in ranked queue with the new bomb loads and the bomb speed drops. I do believe that'll be a problem. So you can see here, pretty much trade dead even. You can see the clusters did okay. You know, one absolutely did nothing, and this one gets a BV, conquers and BMP3, etc. You know, bottom feeder did really, really well that game as well. You know, I don't beat bottom feeder very often, to be quite frank, so it's always nice to beat someone that I haven't beat in a long, long time. So anyway, I'll catch you all on the next one.